next by Councilor Noon, request city manager name Henri Marchand the city magician. Need a second?
He disappeared.
By Councilor.
It sounds like it may seem like a silly motion, but I know that over the year Henry has been performing at the Mayor Christmas holiday, entertaining those children and their family, and he's the only person who do it and did it well at the City Hall. So I mean, maybe up him up there that status so that maybe he can book all this high-end performer. So hey,
Thank you. Councilor.
I think it's a great motion, but the fact remains that I asked Henry, being the great magician that he is, to do something to the budget and make it appear like we have more money, and he couldn't do it. So what is wrong with this?
You know what,
But it's a good motion.
That is a problem.
He's the
Councilor.
best. He's the best.
If we could only do that. Our first business tonight, under Mayor's business, is a proclamation to have Henri Marchand be named the city magician. And I believe that was a motion by Councilor Leahy. Oh, Councilor Noon. I'm sorry, Councilor. Would you like to say anything, Councilor Noon?
Councilor Leahy, correct. That was part of the trick. I'm pleased that because Henry performed every Mayor Christmas to all those children, their families. Why not? This actually will raise his profile. Maybe he can book in a bigger venue. But tonight, if possible, I just want to see maybe Henry prepared to do a trick for us. Just one trick. Congratulations, Henry.
Henry, welcome.
Thanks, Councilors. This is a wonderful honor, and hopefully if I could bring a few smiles to the council meeting tonight to start things off, I'd be very happy. People have said, have you been on Penn and Teller? This is better than Penn and Teller. I do have a little something. If you'll indulge me, I apologize for those. And some of you may have seen this before, but people often ask me how I got started in magic. So I created this little effect to kind of explain it in a fun way, hopefully. I performed my first magic trick when I was 14 years old. It was in my parents' house, and it was in the living room. It was a cloudy day, the hint of snow in the air. There were about 12 tired family members sitting about the living room after a heavy Christmas dinner, kind of in a stupor, waiting for the show to begin. I stepped up, and this was the first trick in my very first show. I took 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 playing cards. Amazing. I removed one of those playing cards, placed it in my pocket. Incredibly, I still had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 playing cards left. Well, the audience was so amazed, so astounded, they rose from their sleepy state, they pumped their fists in the air, and they screamed all as one, "There's a lot to like about Lowell." Why they said that, I'm not sure. But it's my fault, I'm sorry. I should have mentioned earlier, this is an audience participation trick. So let's try it one more time, shall we? I performed my first magic show when I was 7 years old. It was in my future in-laws' house. What I was doing there, I have no idea, but it was early. There were about 50 family members and friends gathered about the living room, a few future wedding party members. A light snow had been falling all day. I got up. This was the very first trick in my very first show. I took 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 playing cards. I then removed 1, 2 of those playing cards, placed them in my pocket. You know what's coming. Incredibly, I still had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 playing cards left. Well, the audience was so amazed, they were so astounded, they pumped their fists in the air, here it comes, and they all screamed together, "There's a lot to like about Henry."
Henry alone.
Somebody's not listening here, with all due respect. Well, that wasn't bad. It wasn't bad. I'm kind of feeling the love. Let's try it one more time, shall we? I performed my first magic show when I was 3 years old. It was in this very chamber. It was Christmas Day. Again, why everybody was here on Christmas Day, I don't know. A blizzard had been raging all day. The weatherman was predicting 3 feet of the stuff by the end of my sold-out performance. Yes, sold out. The balcony was full, overflowing, the orchestra here, the seats. Everybody was a paying audience member. I stood up. They wheeled me out from the cloakroom, stood up in my crib in my little formal magician's pajamas with little footy feet. And this was the very first trick in my very first show. I took 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 playing cards. I then removed 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 of those playing cards, placed them in my pocket, and yet I still had 1, 2, 3, 4, yes, 5 playing cards left. Well, the audience was so amazed at such a precocious 3-year-old that they all pumped their fists in the air and they screamed all as one.
There's a lot to like about Lowell Fire Department.
One more time.
There's
a lot to like about Lowell.
Yeah.
Thank you very much. Thank you for the honor.
Oh,
Been
that's
great. And I look forward to the mayor and the manager's holiday reception if you'll have me back. Thank you.
Well, Henry,
Beautiful.
just stand there. We have a proclamation, but before, somebody gave me a statement that I should read about magicians. They say that magicians are the most honest people in the world because they tell you they are going to fool you, and they do it.
We lie
So
all the
with
time.
that, we have a proclamation. City of Lowell, Commonwealth of Massachusetts, by His Honor William J. Samaras, the Mayor, a proclamation. Whereas, prior to his current role, Henri the Magnificent Marchand has had a distinguished professional career in Lowell with roles at the Lowell Plan, UMass Lowell, and as the assistant to the city manager, where he was known for making problems disappear. And whereas, as the City of Lowell Director of Cultural Affairs and Special Events, Henri has been known to have a few tricks up his sleeve, and his hard work on the many festivals in the city often involved pulling a rabbit out of the hat. And whereas Henri the Magnificent has enchanted and entertained audiences of all ages at local events and charitable causes, including performances at UMass Lowell, Sanger Center, Lowell Spinners Game, Lasher Park, and as annual staple of the City Hall Holiday Open House and Reception. Now therefore, I, William J. Samaras, Mayor, do hereby proclaim Henri Marchand as the City of Lowell's official city magician and congratulate him on this truly magical honor, given this 8th day of October 2019. Henri, you deserve it.
Smoking things when you throw on the ground. Bettany, you're the motion maker. You should get it down. I can't see you. Are you ready? 1, 2, 3. Okay.